Hello friends, welcome to Urja Academy. Today I am going to discuss a method by which we can find out the cube root of a number, but this method will involve a shortcut trick. But before applying the shortcut trick, we need to know the cube table up to 10. Now let us see what the cube table says here. Now 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, and so on. Now from the cube table what we can find out is that suppose 4 cube is 64, so what we can write here is that cube root of 64 is 4. Now let's move on. Similarly, the cube root of 343 is how much? It is our 7. Now let us try to implement this method. The first rule of this method is that let us take one problem. The first problem is cube root of 157464. So the first rule is we will divide the number into triplets starting from the right. Now the first number is we need to find out the cube root of 157464, so we'll divide it into triplet. So triplet means 3 digits. So here if we divide it into triplets, what is the first triplet? The first triplet is 464. Now we need to see one thing here, that if I take the cube root of 64, we get here how much? 4. If I take the cube root of 216, we get how much? We get here 6. That means if the last digit ends in 4, we get the answer as 4. If the last digit ends in 6, we get the answer as 6. Similarly, if the last digit ends in 1, we get the answer as 1. If the last digit ends in 8, we get the last digit of the answer as 2. If the last digit of the cube root ends in 7, we get the answer as 3, and so on. Now for this, what we need to do, we need to remember just one number. The number that we need to remember is 2837. If the ending digit of the cube root is 2, we get the last digit of the answer as 8. If the ending digit of the cube root is 8, we get the last digit of the answer as 2. If the ending digit is 3, we get the last digit of the answer as 7. And if the ending digit is 7, the last digit of the answer is 3. And for all the other digits, the ending digit of the cube root and the ending digit of the answer is the same. You will understand it better when we go to the problem. Now see here, what is the ending digit of this cube root? It is 4, and we know that except the numbers 2837, for all other numbers, the ending digit of the cube root and the ending digit of the answer is the same. That means if the ending digit is 4 inside the cube root, in the answer also we'll get the ending digit is 4. So this is the ones place of our answer. Now look at the second part. The second part is what is the number in the second part? It is 157. Now if you look at the cube table, you will find that the 5 cube is how much? It is 125, and 6 cube is how much? 216. But the number here is 157. So we need to take such a number which is equal to 157 or a little bit less than that. Now we find that 5 cube is 125, so we'll take here the number as 54. Similarly, let us go to the next problem, which is finding the cube root of 704969. So what we'll do, we'll divide it into a triplet here. Now if the ending digit is 9, inside the cube root, in the answer also we'll get the ending digit as 9 itself. Now let us find out the tens digit. What is the number here? We get the number as 704. What is the nearest cube to 704? The nearest cube to 704 is 8 cube, that is 512. We cannot take 9 here, because if we take here 9, the number is 729, which is greater than 704. So we'll take the number here as how much? We take the number here as 8, and so 89 is our final answer. Let us go to our next problem, which is finding the cube root of 32768. Now at first we'll divide it into a triplet. So the triplet is 768. What is the last digit inside the cube root? 8. I have already said that we need to remember a number, that is 2837. So if the last digit is 8, what will be the last digit of the answer? It is 2. So here what we do? We take the last digit as 2. After that, look at the first number, which is 32. What is the nearest cube to 32? The nearest cube to 32 is our 3 cube, that is 27. So the answer will be 32. Let us go to our last problem, which is finding the cube root of the number 46656. So the first step is we'll divide it into a triplet and look at the last digit of the cube root. So what is the last digit? The last digit is 6, and if the last digit is 6 in the question, the last digit of the answer will also be 6. Now look at the first number, which is 46. What is the nearest cube to 46? The nearest cube to 46 is 3. So the answer will be how much? It will be 36. To master this technique, what you need to do, you need to solve at least 10 problems related to this technique, and your calculation speed will become faster. Thank you very much.